Welcome to The Explainer. I am so incredibly pumped you're tuning in because right now, literally as we speak, companies all over the world are scrambling. They're frantically searching for Salesforce professionals. And honestly, they just can't find enough of them. We are talking about a massive global talent shortage. So today, we're going to break down the ultimate career roadmap for absolute beginners who want to jump right into this booming ecosystem. I'm going to show you exactly how to navigate this whole thing totally from scratch.
$80,000 to $100,000. Let that sink in for a second. That is the average starting salary for a Salesforce administrator right now in the US. The stakes here are super high, but the opportunity, it's completely life-changing. You see, this isn't just about snagging another job. It's about stepping into a really lucrative, high-demand career where your skills become, quite frankly, recession-proof.
And this brilliantly illustrates why this whole thing is such a unique opportunity. You might be hearing those salary numbers and thinking, okay, surely I need a master's in computer science or like 10 years of coding experience just to get an interview. No way, you don't. You literally don't have to write a single line of code to become a highly successful Salesforce admin. Anyone, and I genuinely mean anyone, can break into this field with the right roadmap. So, here is our roadmap for today's explainer. First, the opportunity. Second, trailhead training. Third, the certification roadmap. Fourth, gaining real experience. And finally, your 90-day action plan. Section 1, the opportunity. Okay, let's dive into this and make sure we've got a rock-solid foundation. What actually is Salesforce? Well, at its core, it's a customer relationship management platform, or CRM. In plain English, it's a software platform businesses use to manage literally everything related to their customers. Just imagine you're running a company with thousands of clients. You've got to track every single conversation, every closed deal, every customer complaint, and every follow-up email. That is exactly what Salesforce handles. You know, the old way of doing things was just dumping all that customer data into a basic flat spreadsheet. And let's be honest, that gets clunky, it breaks super easily, and it doesn't talk to any of your other systems. Salesforce is a whole different beast. It's like a super-powered Google Sheet that is totally intertwined with your email, your calendar, your sales reps, your support team, basically the entire nervous system of a business. And whether it's a tiny startup or a massive global giant like Amazon, they are all relying on this exact kind of software. And because so many companies rely on it, the demand for folks who know how to build and fix it is just staggering. To put it in perspective, the International Data Corporation projects that the Salesforce ecosystem is going to create 9.3 million new jobs by 2026. Yes, 9.3 million. That covers developers, administrators, consultants, architects. It's just this massive universe of employment sitting there, waiting for people who have the right skills.
Section 2. Trailhead, your training ground.
All right, so knowing how huge this opportunity is, your next logical question is probably, okay, but where does a complete beginner actually start? Well, the answer to that is honestly one of the best kept secrets in the tech world. It's called Trailhead. Trailhead is Salesforce's official learning platform. And the best part, it is completely 100% free. Seriously, there are no hidden subscription fees. You don't even need a credit card to sign up. You just make an account and dive in. And they've built it in this really clever way that actually makes learning complex enterprise software feel like you're playing a video game. They've broken the learning down into these really manageable, bite-sized modules and hands-on challenges. And as you beat them, you earn achievement badges. You can instantly slap those right onto your LinkedIn profile to show recruiters you're putting in the sweat equity. But here's the real game changer, the free Developer Edition org. When you sign up, Salesforce hands you your very own personal sandbox. It's a real, fully functional Salesforce environment where you can click around, build custom features, and literally break things without any real-world consequences. You don't have to worry about accidentally deleting a $1 million sales account. It's hands down the best way to learn by doing. Section 3, the certification roadmap. Okay, so once you've played around in Trailhead for a bit, you're gonna need a credential that employers actually recognize. Now, a lot of beginners go to the Salesforce website, see this intimidating list of 40-plus certifications, and just completely freeze up. But you don't have to. So the crucial point is to think of these certifications exactly like leveling up your gear in an RPG video game. You definitely don't jump to the final boss level right out of the gate. Step 1 is the ADM 201. That's your foundational starter weapon. It gets you in the door. Step 2 is the ADM 211, the major upgrade that makes you super versatile and honestly kind of dangerous. And then Step 3, those are your specialist certs, the niche gear that makes you basically unstoppable in specific areas of the platform. Let's zero in on step one for a second, the ADM 201 Certified Administrator exam. This is the bedrock. You go for this first, no matter what your ultimate goal is. It proves you know the basics, like managing users, setting up security, and building reports. The exact breakdown looks like this. It's a 60-question test, you need a 65% to pass, and it costs $200. Most beginners find they can prep for it in about 2 to 3 months of part-time study. Getting this piece of paper is literally the key that unlocks almost every single entry-level job listing in the whole ecosystem. Now, once you've got your 201 and some actual time under your belt, you aim for level 2. The ADM 211 Advanced Administrator Certification. Quick heads up though, this isn't something you just take right after the first one. It usually takes about 6 to 12 months of real-world experience before you're ready. It dives way deeper into complex security models and really advanced automation flows. Getting your 211 is that huge milestone that officially bumps you from a junior or mid-level admin right into the senior ranks. And then you hit level 3, which is where you get to niche down with specialist certifications. Say you love marketing, you might grab a marketing cloud cert. Or if you're leaning more toward the dev side, maybe platform app builder. You could even tackle CPQ software, which handles all those really complex pricing quotes. When you hit this specialist level, you become incredibly sought after for very specific projects. And yeah, as you'd guess, your salary potential shoots way up with every single niche credential you add to your tool belt. Section 4. Gaining real experience. Okay, so everything we've talked about so far sounds great in theory, right? But we got to address the elephant in the room. It's that classic chicken and egg problem in tech. How on earth do you get experience if literally nobody will hire you without it? Thankfully, there are 4 super effective strategies you can start using right this second. First off, use that free developer org from Trailhead to build out totally fake companies. Set up automations, design some slick reports, and take lots of screenshots to build yourself a legitimate portfolio. Second, volunteer for nonprofits. Through Salesforce.org, a lot of charities actually get free licenses, but they have zero idea how to set them up. So offer your help for free. They get an admin, and you get a real-world resume builder. Third, get involved with the Ohana. That's the official Salesforce user community. Hit up local or virtual meetups because I'm telling you, so many jobs are found through networking rather than scrolling job boards. And finally, document your entire journey on LinkedIn. Post every single badge you earn, every concept you struggle with, and every win. Recruiters are actively hunting on LinkedIn for visible candidates who are clearly passionate about mastering the platform. Section 5. Your 90-day action plan. We've covered the what, the where, and the how. Now let's talk about the when. It is time to bring all of this together into a really concrete sprint. Let's move to the plan and see how this builds over a simple 3-month timeline. This 90-day breakdown is definitely worth taking notes on. In month 1, your only goal is to just explore Trailhead and earn your first 20 badges. No pressure, just get comfortable clicking around. Then in month 2, things get a bit more serious. You're going to start building mini projects in your developer org and taking your first practice exams. You're aiming for at least a 50% score here. By month 3, you are in full-on testing mode. You want to take daily practice exams, consistently hitting that 75% mark or higher, and then boom, you book and pass the real ADM 201 exam. But wait, before you rush off to start month 1, we need to pause for a second. I have to warn you about something I call the big mistake. This is the one absolutely critical error that completely derails beginners and wastes months of their time. That mistake is studying way too much and clicking way too little. Listen, you cannot learn Salesforce passively. You can't just read PDFs and watch videos on the couch. Because when you finally sit down in a job interview, employers aren't going to ask you to recite a study guide from memory. They're going to ask you to share your screen and actually navigate the platform to fix a problem right in front of them. That level of confidence, it only comes from actively clicking, building, breaking, and fixing things inside your own developer org. To really crush this, you have to prioritize getting your hands dirty over just reading about it. All right, let's do a quick, high-energy recap to lock all this in. Your roadmap is super straightforward. 1. Recognize the massive opportunity and the talent shortage happening right now in the ecosystem. 2. Jump straight onto Trailhead and claim your free developer org. 3. Focus all your energy on passing that ADM 201 certification first. 4. Beat the experience trap by building a portfolio, volunteering, and networking your heart out in the Ohana community. And 5. Stick to that 90-day action plan, making sure you are clicking a whole lot more than you are reading. And that brings us to the end of our explainer. But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a question to really ponder. Are you brand new to Salesforce, or are you somewhere in the middle of this journey?
With 9.3 million jobs being created, will you step up to claim yours, or are you going to let the opportunity pass you by? You've got the exact map you need right here, right now. It's time to take that first step. Thanks so much for learning with me today, and I highly encourage you to go set up that Trailhead account the second this explainer ends.